Tony winner and Grammy nominated performer Alex Newell stars in Another Simple Favor, now streaming on Prime Video. Alex, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you for having me, babe.
I mean, this is an exciting time. The Met Gala, a new film. I mean, are you just having like the best time, the best month ever?
I am. It's a busy month. I keep the last 3 years running into the Met and still having a giant project. Last year it was the first year I went to the Met, it was Met Gala, Tony nominee in the same day. So it's crazy. May is always crazy for me.
Yeah, I definitely want to chat, Another Simple Favor first, but we got to talk a little bit about the Tonys towards the end. But let's talk, 7 years after we first met, Stephanie and Emily, played by Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively, they reunite. You're in this new movie. Tell us a little bit about, what we're going to see.
Mayhem. Mystery and mayhem and madness, all the good M's. And Vicky, my character, is just along for the ride.
So Vicky plays the agent. Tell me a little bit about, preparing for that role and a little bit of what we see from
There
her.
was no preparation whatsoever. Like, I was playing a version of myself, myself on vacation, drinking 3 bottles of wine, being aloof, not knowing what's happening, enjoying the sights.
The 3 bottles of wine, that's already become, as soon as that went online and people started talking about it, it's already being shared and
Well,
people are sharing their own
yes.
3 bottles of wine.
Cute little 3 bottles of wine.
Filming in Capri. Tell me a little bit about that experience because obviously that takes the film to a whole new level.
It's beautiful, isn't it? It's so stunning. And just being there and experiencing it, oh my God, the food, the vibes, all of it were immaculate. And having that as the backdrop and filming, you don't really want to stop filming. You just want to like film a reality series there and just live there forever.
Oh, exactly. As far as the role of the agent, I know it's mainly off of you, but your agents you've encountered, do you have a different perspective? Tell me a little bit after filming Wrapped, kind of what your vision was of agents.
I didn't really play into the agent of it all. I knew there was work in it, and I knew that there was like Vicky was working. It's a work trip, but like she didn't really care about her job in that moment. And so now my agents are just like, "Do you really care about me? Are you just enjoying it?" They care. They care. They care.
Here, you mentioned the Tony nominations before. Obviously, you got your big start on Glee. This year we have Darren Criss and Jonathan Groff.
Yes.
That show means so much to so many people. I mean, talk a little bit about what that experience was like. Hearing the nominees and you as a past winner. Just kind of what that feels like for
It's
you.
crazy. It's literally crazy. It's a whirlwind and you don't stop. You get nominated and you feel like you're shot out of a cannon because you're doing so much on top of doing your 8 shows a week. So I can understand the stress of it all, the tire of it all, and all of it. And so I wish them all luck and so much sleep.
A funny thing too is that there was a kind of a one-off song, "Kill the Lights," from almost a decade ago, which is like my running song. I hear it, when I'm out. I mean, that song just kind of grew a life of its own. I mean, talk a
It
little.
did.
First of all, we need some more music from Alex, but just kind of what that song has grown to meant to people.
And that was the smaller song of all the songs I've done. Can you imagine that? And so it's stood the test of time. I recorded that song. There was a version of that song that was me, Christina Aguilera, Jessie J, and I think that was it. I think that was it. And then it lives somewhere on somebody's computer, but doesn't exist anywhere. And then we did another remix with Jess Glenn, who I've never met. But that song, I recorded that song when I was like 20, 22, and to be 32 a decade later and still have it in the zeitgeist is otherworldly.
It definitely is. And then, as far as the movie goes, you and Anna Kendrick, tell me a little bit about your friendship and this role that you guys got to bring together.
I've known Anna and I've been a fan for Anna for so long. I first saw Anna in the movie Camp, and I fell in love with her then. And then when Pitch Perfect came out, we met briefly at a premiere because that was around the time that I was doing the Glee project and Glee at the same time. And so we kind of bumped into each other, met, and then years later we got to work together, and it's just like a dream to work with her. She's wonderful, so open, so honest, all the good things, and a good Kiki.
That's the most important part, right?
Yes.
Wonderful. Well, Alex, thank you so much for your time today. Another Simple Favor now streaming on Prime Video. Thank you so much for your time today, and we'll see you very soon.
No worries. Thank you.